I'm ready for this. Now, first off, before I do anything else, I'm going to go turn on... what do I even want? It's just like, can you get a different outfit? Let's just go with all the outfits, I suppose. Just to, keep it fresh. Keep it interesting. Except for you. And then also you. Get rid of the spoiler item. Yeah, I think that should be good. Now then, I hope everybody here is ready for what's going to be another interminable amount of time doing, probably not very interesting type of content, but I don't care. This is what I want to do. You can't stop me. In fact, let's start up the whole YouTube thing now. Right again, before anybody even gets in here, except for Solar Major. Hello. Actually, give me 1 second. I got coffee here. Good old coffee. Very nice. Anyway, okay. Yeah, let's start up the actual episode sort of thing. What I'm gonna be putting on the YouTube, and see what else. If it's gonna be an hour or so, might as well get it started right now. Right? Okay. That's right. It's the Scarecrow. Again. We're doing it again. Because I'm still getting killed by this boss far too often. Far more often than I would like to be killed by this boss, which is never. I never want to be killed by this boss. But hey, the practice makes perfect update makes for the, perfect example of a way to make this whole type of stream work, right? That's the way I look at it. Anyway, hey, we'll just get another free talking sort of episode like I did last time. I think that I don't know. I like doing just basic chatting type of thing, especially if it's going to be your let's call it training arc type of deal. And that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. I think as far as the basic build goes, let's go with you. Brutality. After all, if I'm going to be doing if I'm going to be working with the perfect runs, I'm trying to go for that. I might as well use what the cursed sword actually scales with, right? That's what I'm thinking at least. I don't know. Also play the Bloodborne DLC. I don't own it. I've never actually played the Bloodborne DLC. Obviously I have Bloodborne, but I own the physical disc, and it is, not with the DLC. So I don't know. I'd have to figure out some sort of way to actually buy it here. Oh, anyway, I suppose it doesn't really matter now, does it? Okay. Number one, get rid of these guys. All right, well, there goes the perfect fight that I already had immediately. But yeah, it's simple. Good for parries. You can get a double parry pretty easily. Gotta make sure that I deal with the... mushroom boys as they show up. And then don't overcommit to this attack in particular. That's the way I see it. And all I gotta do is just make it so that apparently you just roll through these mushrooms and they just get destroyed? That's interesting. I did not even know that. But I guess that'll have to be... That is a good strategy for the future then. By the way, this still... Yep, you still have to face the opposite direction to actually hit that then. Good. Scarecrow again? Could try Mama Tick sometimes. Let's save that for the next stream, which I'll do tomorrow. I don't know, whatever. Okay. There we are. Stay away from the exploding mushroom. And then still screw it up. Oh, come on now. Oh, boy. Gonna drive home. Well, I will say that it's just this is the sort of optimal, just kind of throw on in the background type of episode, if anything. Because you really don't need to be watching this. You know how Scarecrow fights go, right? I want to say it is not a... Okay. I want to say it's not going to be a... there's not going to be a lot of unexpected things occurring right now. Let's just say that. To be honest, I might just have, pure sword and board for the future, just to really make it be like what you would expect most runs to do. Also, you can see right now already that basically I can play this a lot better if, wow, good parry. Never mind then. I was going to say something about like how good I am at the video game, but I'm not. Wait, do you have an extra shield in the Armadillo pack? You could attack more and roll through the Scythe deck? That's true, but what I want to do right now is I want to get a very pure run going. You know, I'm talking like not really relying on any specific build, but just like a regular, you know, like this is a very normal sword, for example, and this is a very normal shield. So, actually, it's not even as normal as I want it to be. I want to take this shield instead, because this is so much more normal. Something that will represent every single possible... something that is representative of, like, most runs that I could be doing, rather than having, like, a very specific run designed purposely to kill the Scarecrow. So, yeah. Besides, the other thing with Bloodborne DLC is that I have, like, a whole... Still got a whole bunch of games that I need to get through. Still haven't been doing Final Fantasy IX. That's been something I've been putting off quite a bit as of now. Mostly because I've been working on Cogma. But that game's pretty great. Yeah, this should be good for a like very basic example of of a run that I could be getting to the Scarecrow with. Okay then. It's not as easy to roll through that as I thought. All right. Okay, well then, how am I all doing? Is there a way to skip the Scarecrow boss? Oh, I'm sure. I'm betting it's probably with Assault Shield plus the God, why can't I think of what it is? Using Assault Shield plus the lance, the teleport lance, whatever it's called. Because that seems to be like the traditional way to do it. Just kind of bypass the entire boss arena as far as I can tell. Okay. Very parryable boss, which is why I think that it's like, yeah. Not sure about the Javelin. Yeah, War Javelin, that's what it's called, right? Yeah, getting the parries on this guy should be pretty easy, all things considered. Oh, actually got me there. Ah, well. Here, you know what? I want to do the episode thingy over again rather than keeping what I got right now, just because it is very I don't know, scattershot at the beginning. You know how that, you know, I've talked about that before, the burner episode. You got to get the burner episode going. How y'all doing on this fine day? It's a fine day. I'll say that. I'm liking this day thus far. It is perfectly acceptable in every single way. All right, let's do this. Scarecrow for an hour, yet again. That's right. I still need more practice against this guy. Look, he's a very difficult boss, and I have had so many runs end against him. I think that, you know, having the whole practice makes perfect update and everything here is just the perfect opportunity to try and get a lot more practice. And to that end, I'm just going to be using a regular old sword and board, extremely basic run that you would see in just about anything, any sort of run that I'm doing, I suppose. And just, and not even like rely on anything that would be specifically for fighting the Scarecrow. In fact, give me a little bit more general of a build here. Yeah, like, when I'm talking like the most general build possible, Balance Blade, maybe not Bloodthirsty Shield. I think Bloodthirsty Shield is almost a little bit more powerful than I want it to be. Frontline Shield. Yeah, here we go. You cannot get more basic of a build than this. No mutations, just this. Just this, and that's it. Scarecrow time. Let's go. You're a masochist with this boss? Well, I mean, I need to be a masochist considering how much I'm losing against him. It's like I need to do better, you know? As of right now, not good enough. It's got to be at least so that I don't use 3 potion charges every single time I go up against a Scarecrow. Also, maybe Mama Tick or something eventually. is always a very parryable boss due to the fact that you get that double parry thing going on. Deal with the mushroom boys. This still has the weird thing where you hit backwards on that, but not for this side. Ooh. Destroy these right now. I don't want to deal with them. But yeah, then this is going to be, you know, another hour. So it's the old training arc type of archetype, right? This definitely is a boss that could probably... This is definitely a boss that could probably be as simple as fighting the giant if you have a shield. That's at least the way I see it. Okay. Feeling a lot of self-hatred today? I did not say that. I'm actually feeling pretty good. I'm just saying that it's like, you know, having a mastery over the game requires you to have a mastery over every part of the game, not just specific individual parts. That's why I always say it's boring to just go through the same route every single time, which is why I want to get good at every one of the bosses that I can. Okay, now come on. Should be okay here. Yeah. Destroy these things if I can. Okay. But this is the whole thing where it's just like parries. Very parryable boss. Okay. Watch out for that dive attack. And let's go. There we go. Roguelikes are games for masochists. By the way, you've been watching Cogmine. I would still highly recommend that to everybody. That game is pretty wild. Boy, I mean, that one especially is just extraordinarily masochistic. I was looking up the Grid Sage Games, the guy who's developing it, looking at his Twitter, and that guy is so hardcore into roguelikes. I guess it really does show in Cogmind itself, but jeez. There are so many like little things in that game that are just like the mechanics everywhere, doing everything. I'm really enjoying it, needless to say, considering how much time I've dedicated to that game in the past couple weeks here. So you catch up on the Cursed Persona series. Hey, the Persona series is not cursed per se. It is just, you know, it's a pretty weird series. I'm going to say that right now. I don't think anybody's going to disagree with me. Scarecrow health scaled. No, they actually took out scaling a long time ago. I want to say it was close like to the Rise of the Giant update or so. Might have been even more than that. Okay. Okay. Oh, come on, come on. So close. No, okay. I tried out that one. Open your window and scream, "Hey, beta!" loud enough for you so your neighbors can hear. I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that? Oh, boy. Still in beta? Yeah. Pretty sure it's still in beta. I mean, that's just, you know, how it is. Commendable of a mastery of a game that has continual updates. I mean, it's, you know, that's the whole thing. I mean, I think that it would be much harder to get a master. It would be much harder to be motivated to get a mastery of a game that's not just constantly getting updates all the time. It feels like, you know, any sort of improvement that I get on this game in particular is going to come in handy when the next big update comes out, you know? Yeah. Okay, that mushroom boy stayed alive for way too long. Parry. Parry. Get this parry timing down. Let's go. And good. Yeah, thankfully it seems like the dive attack here has a pretty minimal hitbox, which is good for me, but still. Okay. At least the hitbox stays around for a very minimal amount of time. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. Could be worse. Let's just say that. Yeah, okay, so it seems like left, right, really try and get prevent him from hitting me there is the way to go. Get rid of that, and let's go. Recommend getting the Fatal Falls DLC? I like a lot of the weapons in the Fatal Falls DLC. Like, I think, like, you know, even some of the more basic ones, like Snake Fangs, are still a lot of fun to play around with. And although, you know, I think, like, the big one, the one that everybody probably knows from the DLC, okay. The Serenade is, I gotta say, a little bit unimpressive. I still want to see it get, a bit more powerful, considering how difficult it is to use. It's still pretty cool in terms of weaponry. Ugh. Okay. Really just want to go for the one parry, it seems, because it gets kind of wacky. And then roll through those mushrooms. That's the easiest way to take them out. Yuck. Okay. Yeah. It's got to keep going on here again. Anyway, Scythe and Trident look like interesting weapons for the player. Scythe and Trident? Oh, is there a new update coming out here? Are we already talking about that? Because I don't remember a Trident at all. Well, anyway, what was I even talking about here? Yeah, the new update here lets you practice against enemies, including bosses, different sets of enemies in different areas. You know, really lets you get like the timing and everything down for each one of these characters. It's something that I think any game like this should really include, so that you don't have to spend a half hour plus getting to every single boss just to die against them once. Nope. Okay, and not quite there. Talking about the Scarecrow. Well, that's not scythes. Those are sickles. Scythe would be much larger. It's also not a trident. That's a pitchfork. Anyway. A little bit too early. Maybe I can get like 2 hits at best. Okay, get rid of this. Then pretty much before the Mushroom Boys have a chance to react, that's when I kind of go in for the kill. Throw, and then get in there. Okay. Roll. Parry, roll. Yeah, seems good. Get rid of those things. Mushroom Boy has yet to react. And that's kind of like the basic strategy I think I'm going for here. Yeah. The jump apparently does mostly if you're just far enough away. Get this over here and then get these things out of here so I don't have to deal with them. There we go. Okay. Maybe I can go for like the constant parries on the first phase. First phase version of him using the scythe, not really on any later one. Yeah, nah, it's a little bit difficult. I think regardless of how you look at it. No, didn't quite get the Mushroom Boy there. Yep. Those Mushroom Boys are going to be a problem if I even let them... Okay. If I even let them go. Oh, just jumped in and thought Shovel Knight joined Dead Cells. I mean, you can use a shovel in the game, of course. Shovel's a good weapon. But it's like, hey, I don't know. You know, speaking of Shovel Knight, or at least like the basic design of that guy, I've been thinking about maybe... And I don't know, maybe playing Jump King, because I don't know. I guess especially after doing a whole lot of Cogmind, I'm feeling particularly masochistic. And I just want to do like a nice challengey type of game. Literally unwatchable. Okay, fair enough. Always goes for the trying to hit you with the mushrooms, but yeah. I don't know. I still think I'm going to do it eventually. Additionally, there's now the Alan Wake remaster coming out. I actually really wanted to play that game after I played Control, so I think I'm going to end up playing that, if I'm being honest with you. Oh, boy. Got him. I mean, those guys will eventually just die on their own, just because they keep launching themselves up in the air, but, you know. Also, it seems like a good idea might be just to keep if there's one mushroom just kind of out of the way around, just kind of keeping that around because it doesn't seem like the Scarecrow will throw down more if there's at least one on the ground. Alright, short strategy. Good dodges there. Well. Practices a lot and so they'll know how to deal with a sickle down slam. I mean, you could just stay away enough, it seems. You know, just kind of like not even engage with that attack for the most part. But I still think it's a very punishable attack if you do it right. Only two. Yeah, roll. Come on now. Seems like, yeah, the actual hitbox for the slam itself stays out for a very short amount of time, meaning that, oh, yeah, right on top of me. Should have tried that one a little bit better. Oh, well. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, closer to a pitchfork than a trident. I mean, that's obviously what it's supposed to be, right? Because, you know, it's it is a gardening thing, gardening tools. Hello, Najemski. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. Yes, we'll be doing after this we'll be doing Dirt Rally. There, how about that? Is that what you want? Is that what I need to do to make you happy? Ooh. And just roll through those. I will just like literally record it after this. It was either that or Doom Eternal. I don't know. Assume the name is Polish? Maybe, I don't know. Okay, come on. The parries should be pretty easy to get in this phase. I just keep screwing it up anyway. Could also go for a good just like basic. Yeah, just gotta wait for that to go. Okay. Don't go too early on that, too. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Well, I might have wanted to just keep that one around. Yeah, went a little bit too early there. There. Wait. Pause, champ. Okay. There we are. Oh. But yeah, y'all ready for after this an hour of Dirt Rally? We can make that like a regular Saturday and Sunday thing. Dirt Rally weekends. I should start doing the that thing that I did for. I should start doing that thing that I did for Tower Climb for a lot more games. The like basic. Oh my god! There we go. The basic like training arc type of deal. Thank you for the mouth Olbap. All things. Okay. Okay. Well, at least I'm doing it better. Doing it well. Yeah? Wait. There we are. That's better. Could be better. Can do that even better. Doc Rally. Yeah, we can do Doc Rally weekends. Doc Rally weekends. It's like keep the Sabbath holy and you know weekends. I don't know. Haven't gotten a vid or a stream in a while. I'll be honest, it's because of Cogmind. Straight up. Just straight up. I've been doing Cogmind lately. That game is a lot of fun, and I am very much in almost, I want to say unquestionably, maybe one of the best of the suggested list. Like, I'm having more fun with that game compared to, like, maybe anything else that has been suggested thus far. That is a suggestion that knocked it out of the park. Okay. Well, it's just another one of the training arc type of videos, so, you know, gotcha. Gotcha. Here we are. Okay. You should stream your Cogmind runs more? Well, I mean, after this stream, the plan was to do, I guess, Dirt Rally, but I don't know. It's like a lot of those... the game's hard. The game is... Too early. Too early again. The game's extremely hard, so you mostly just see me die right as I get to the factory. Well, the upper floor is the factory, or maybe research. Or even like hitting up one of the proximity caves around the research levels, which is kind of how I've been doing it. I also am just like straight up not allying myself with exiles, which is... There we are. Probably hurting me a lot as a new player to the game. Think about streaming your prep and practice runs more? Yeah. I don't know, it's just, I think that, I just gotta say that it's like, I think Cogmind is one of those games that it's like, I really like, but I can't imagine it has like too much appeal to video-wise on the channel. Oh, I screwed up so many parries there. That's awful. Okay. Mm-hmm. No. Oh, man. Oh, man. Cogmind is fun to play, not to watch. I want to make it good. I want to make it fun to watch. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's definitely something to be said about, like, just the stress and difficulty of that game. You really got to, like, plan that thing out. I'm going to have to think about how to make that more interesting to watch then. I don't know. I'll do something, because I like that game, and I definitely want to see it to the end at this point in time. Oh, we'll see. We'll figure out something. Got him. Got him. Didn't quite get him there. I like proper roguelikes, find them tedious to play. Even a game like that one, which is very like stealth focused if you want it to be. By the way, I do think that like stealth roguelikes are the way to go. Man, that is that does that really well. That's basically what I'm going to try to say. Play this fight so risky? I want to play it risky. That's how I play everything. Now, crazed berserker style is how I describe it, of course. Yeah, there we go. That's how you should do that. Maybe you should set certain goals you're trying to accomplish outside of getting to the end. I do have certain goals that I'm trying to accomplish with the game, specifically trying to get like all the lore and everything. That's what I'm thinking I'm probably going to do for like a next episode of that, to do a lore rundown. If you're not really all that invested in me trying to get through the complex, maybe if you understand what the hell is going on at least a slight bit, that might help. I don't know. Okay. Okay. I mean, if I can't... The problem is, though, I think that if I can't even beat the game, that I don't know if doing, like, specific challenge runs or anything is... conducts, if you will. We're talking about proper roguelikes. Is a good idea. Yeah, get out of there. We'll see, though. Like, the simplest thing would be stuff like trying to get into the ISCS mainframe or like Section 7 or something. Because I still even have yet to see those. Or like talk to Warlord. I still have yet to talk to Warlord. Want to do that already because I'm sure I'm probably going to get like some good stuff out of it. I think I went a little bit too early there, but that's okay. Yeah. Just the 2 hits. No more than that. Wow, hey. What happened to your hitbox? Ah! Oh no, he's become invincible! What the hell? I've never seen this before. What have I done? Man. How often are successful runs in games like Cogmind? Extremely consistent if you can if you can, if you know what you're doing. Like, those games are ones that you can beat with good consistency. Frustrating. I'm like Cogmine, but in my time with Tangle Deep, Tome, oh boy, Tome, and Stone Shard, it feels like progression is very slow. So much time spent with inventory management. Really? I don't really think that inventory management makes too much. You do too much with that at all, considering your inventory is so limited in that game. Okay. Regardless, one of the things that I could do with those games is just like literally edit out the inventory management parts of them. You know how that goes. It's like that's one of those things that I am going to be doing with like Final Fantasy, for example, editing out random battles because, you know, they're not that interesting. Did that with like Final Fantasy VI. Did that with Persona 5. There's no reason why I can't just take out the uninteresting bits and keep only the good stuff. Maybe that's going to be the key to that series. Just editing it down a little bit more. Oh, figure it out. Yeah. Just roll right through that. If rolling just destroy those mushrooms, I think that's probably a pretty good idea to go about it. But like this distance, roll in, and then like the amount of time it takes for me to walk to the boss. Ah. Okay. Ah. Come on. Haven't beaten Tome yet. I played Angband a good amount, but like I just never beat that game. I think Tome is a little bit like better about it. It's a little bit less hardcore, but you know. It's an interesting one, certainly. You can parry the sides. I do know that, but it's just like, there's this feeling like I don't know if I want to. It just feels so risky. Ooh, a little bit too close there. There we are. One. Didn't get the two. Mushroom Boy's being frustrating. Got it. Oh, got Mushroom Boy though. Well. Trying hard enough here. I just fight range, so I use the mushrooms a ton. I always get hit by the shroomy and the poison pour. Poison pour seems like it's fairly easy to dodge if you're like on the ground, but probably a little bit more difficult in the air. What is a Scarecrow? Scarecrow is a boss that was added in the latest DLC, Fatal Falls, and it is one of the harder ones in the game, which is why I'm trying to get a lot of practice in it, because the latest beta update gives you the ability to practice against enemies and bosses in different setups. It's just like my complete struggle with this boss, which is why I want to try and get a lot of practice in against them. Especially now that there's a good opportunity to do so. It is this boss in particular. Yep, and it's going to be kind of going around, getting it down. It's like speedrun style, you know? Okay, that was weird. Nice try. I already destroyed that mushroom. Try and get the 1, 2, and then roll. Yeah, just try and get like the... Yeah, if you're fast enough. Oh, right. You gotta be the opposite way due to weird glitchiness. 1, 2, there we are. 1, 2, there we go. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Oh, right into the pour. I fat fingered the jump instead of the... Ooh, that was close. Okay. Yeah, no, I think I'm starting to get a little bit better. Nice try. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I think I want to even be a little bit... Oh, no, he's done that thing where he's gone invincible again. Why? How does that even work? And... Oh, it's back now. 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's a little bit too far away. Got it. Got it. Decent distance away. Decent distance away, and then run into the attack. There we are. All right, not bad, not bad. Could be worse. Dark Souls. This is the Dark Souls of Dark Souls. I think that's how I started out, like the OG old episodes. Like the basically unwatchable stuff that I should get rid of. It's like Dark Souls 2. The Dark Souls of sequels to Dark Souls. But anyway, yeah. Hitbox for the poor is top to bottom. Never been able to do a mid-air roll to skip past it enough. It's a wonky attack. Yeah, there's a few wonky attacks. For example, the scythe throw being parryable on the left side for both of them, regardless of how much sense that makes. Ooh, I thought I rolled that. Not quite. Demon Souls would be the Dark Souls of Dark Souls. I mean, it would be the Dark Souls of Dark Souls precursors. 1, 2. Very nice. Yeah, maybe what I should do is stop trying to get it so close. Fine, then. I'm trying to figure out, like, the good strategies here. It's not that easy. Get rid of both of those things just to not have to deal with them. No, a little bit too early. There we are. There we are. 2 just seems like the most optimal way. The jump there kind of screwed me up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I got this for the most part. Show some love for the soundtrack, and this piano is perfect. Piano suddenly became like a thing that they did a lot more with. Yeah, piano was a thing that they did a lot more with the DLC, I think. Practice mode will be awesome. Drilling for the parries. Yeah, I think that's almost like maybe the best, like the best usage that you can get out of the practice mode, especially is for parries, because it is so difficult to do. Man, Dark Souls of boss fights. I can't even name a Dark Souls boss that is like this sort of thing. Closest would be one of the Dark Souls 3 boss fights, but even then they're not as fast as this sort of deal. And I played all those games, baby. You know it. If I just kind of force him to... Yeah, it seems like... Okay. It's like not a bad strategy. Just kind of go left, right sort of deal. Go for those parries, and then... it could be worse. A little bit too early on that one, though. There's a strategy there. There's a strategy. Got it. Okay. There. There. Oh, a little bit out of range. And that was a little bit early once again. But it's like you can see kind of like how it's coming together, the way that I'm fighting this character. Sort of more or less getting the more advanced tech down and all that. There we are. No, not quite. I think you could have gone a little bit more than that. Just got to make sure that you are that by the time the Scarecrow re-grabs the sickles, that you are ready to just immediately go. Okay. Not bad. Okay. Yeah, it's like that you're immediately ready to go dodge the next attack that comes up. Ooh, that was a little bit early, but it worked out anyway. Yeah, certainly this is such a punishable attack that it makes it fairly easy, all things considered. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when he attacks, you get 2 parries. I don't know why exactly that is, but that's been a thing. It makes it so that stuff like the cocoon does not work out super well against him. I don't know why, but it makes it so that also parries for you works really well. If something's parried twice, it's because it has a small explosion on it. Really strange. Because, like, yeah, it's always been a weird thing about that character. If it wasn't this for the stairs trick, I would have hated the Capra Demon. I mean, Capra Demon, it's just like, I don't like the design behind that guy. It is entirely based around the fact that he's got ads and is up, and, you know, a very tiny boss arena. It's like the tiny boss arena, I think, is not even that big of a deal, but the annoying dog ads that come in there are just, it's so frustrating. Okay. Once again, just like outrange, parry. Okay. 1, 2. Seems to be the best way to do it. Seems to be the way that it results in me dying the least. Capra was the demon for Dark Souls 2. God, I know. Dark Souls 2 had such a problem with, like, ad battles all the time. So many of the bosses were just like, hey, it's, you know, what's otherwise a kind of, like, slightly challenging enemy, but we put a bunch of enemies in there with them. Oh, boy. And it's just constant. Of course, Dark Souls 2, I think, just entirely had a problem with tons and tons and tons of enemies. Just too many enemies. Dark Souls works best when it's like a very small group or, you know, one-on-one combat. Not when you're up against like 10 different random knight characters like you would often be in the tower area that I can't remember the name of. Bastion of Salt? What was that place called? Yeah, Dark Souls 2 had a massive amount of dev crunch. Oh, yeah, it shows. It shows a lot, unfortunately. The thing is, I think the easiest way to see that is to compare a lot of the areas in Dark Souls 2 with the Duke's Archives. You know, a place that also, well, known that the second half of Dark Souls had a lot of dev crunch in there, too. And it's like, just look at, like, the basic design for a lot of the areas. It's very similar. Let's just say that right now. Okay. There we are. Nice. Hey, thank you, Milchman. For the sub. I love you once again. Oh, there's also those teleporting dogs. Actually, you know, this is an interesting thing that I've been watching a lot lately. Zuli the Witch is a person who has been in the Dark Souls community for a really long time, sort of giving insight into the programming and like individual models of a lot of Dark Souls characters. And they have, and as of late, there's just been like daily updates from the channel on a bunch of stuff related to Dark Souls that have been a lot of fun to watch. Most recently, right before the stream, I was watching Most recently, before the stream, I was watching a look at what Pontiff Sullivan actually looks like underneath the hood, which is interesting. Very tree-like guy. Dark Souls devs put a lot of detail into each one of the models that they use. All right. even if you can't see that, you know, when you're in the fray. Love her content. Yeah, me too. It's just like she's been around forever, like forever, and it's just it's interesting to see her actually like starting to do some more like daily update type of content. Because usually it's just like, I remember I would watch like Dark Souls streamers or something, and then they would always talk about like, hey, here's like, you know, some of the inner workings of this as found by Zully. Now we're getting it straight on the channel, which is cool. What's your expectations for Elden Ring? I don't know. I mean, basically, we'll see. We'll see. As always, you know, I'm never really one to get into hype for games or anything like that. Yep, there we are. So speculation and everything. I don't know if there's really too much I can say. I haven't even watched like the trailers as usual. Yeah, okay. I left way too many of these guys around here. Yeah. Anyway, more Souls formula. That's true. That's true. The Souls games have a very specific way that they go about doing stuff, don't they? There's so many, you know, starting with Demon Souls and maybe even earlier than that. I don't know. I haven't really played any of the like Kingsfield games that they got a style. You're going to see patches. You're going to see, like, stagnation being a big thing. You're going to see a Moonlight Greatsword somewhere. You know how that goes. Is it supposed to be? I didn't even know it was supposed to be open world. I mean, I said this before, but, like, before I even played Sekiro, I did not know that the main character had a prosthetic arm. That came out of nowhere for me. I didn't even know that. But, you know, that just shows how out of the loop I am when it comes to like a preview information and everything like that for games. We all want Moonlight Greatsword. Yeah, that's what I should do. Elden Ring comes out, go and play Kingsfield. Talk about how I don't like it as much as the Souls games. I know that it was a big influence, and it's just like, God, I remember the devs talking about how they didn't want to call it a Kingsfield game because they're just like, oh man, we got so much respect for the Kingsfield franchise. If Demon's Souls is bad, we didn't want to be associated with that. And I'm just like, it's way better than than Kingsfield ever was. But I've gone on my rant about how the Kingsfield, you know how that goes. Don't know if it's confirmed, but just heavily implied. I mean, there's been like a certain open worldness to the Souls games, or at least like multiple branching paths, though not like truly open world. I would just think that they'd probably be doing that again, right? It's like less like big open field, more less big open field, more like branches in the roads that you can go down, that sort of thing, which is kind of how I prefer it to be anyway. I've gone on a lot of rants about how I don't like open world games as much as I like a well-designed linear experience, maybe with a couple branching paths here and there. Nobody needs to hear any more about that. Just Doc's hot opinions hour. What's up with that? They wanted to put a horse in the game, so they made it open world. We're getting the old. Actually, that's been both of the big open world AAA games that I played have featured horses and horse stuff pretty prominently. I'm trying not to bounce, but I'm bouncing. Anyway, Metroidvania. I don't like. That's the thing. It's like I actually really don't like Metroidvania style design. Because I feel like that's just, you took a linear experience and then you stretched it out so that there's a lot of backtracking. One of the major things that I really disliked about Hollow Knight, for example. Dislike about Hollow Knight. I understand that a lot of people love that design, but it just ain't for me. Might as well get a horse dodge roll. Hey, do it like Nier. Get the get a horse drifting. Or boar drifting as it was in those games. Shit. Have I played Symphony of the Night? Of course I have. It's like that is a game that I played to nigh on complete. Hey, I see these floating roses here. Not fooling me there. Anyway. Don't understand the whole Horf things. I don't know. I mean, I think that's just, you need to have, like, usually in those sort of games, right, you have some sort of form of fast travel, but if you don't want to use the fast travel, then you also have the option of, like, faster than walking travel, but doesn't allow you to do the exact same things. I mean, I think, like, God, that's been true since, like, mounts and whatnot in World of Warcraft at the very minimum. That's what I always think. Right. Just keep kind of going back and forth. Go for the parry. Like that. Actually, that didn't quite kill him. And that's no good. Well, that experiment didn't really work out super well. That's okay. I gotta figure out a better way to do that. Still kind of choking on the that attack in particular. Horse started because of Volcarina. It probably did. That's true. That would be a very notable example of that, wouldn't it? Where you got Epona there. I think you're probably right on that one. Because, of course, like Hyrule Field, I want to say, yeah, when I think of, like, open world games, trying to, like, recapture that sort of magic is something that, yeah, I feel like a lot of open world games try to do. That might be where, like, the first inspiration type of stuff. But then again, it's like, there have been a lot of games like that. Elder Scrolls games have been around a lot longer than just Skyrim and whatnot. Yeah. Hard to say. New Metroid looks awesome. That's Metroid Dread, right? Man, I can't even believe that. I cannot even believe that that's actually coming out. So for years and years, Metroid Dread was almost like a joke. It felt like everybody being like, "Oh, it's coming out this year. It's coming out," and then now, no, it's like actually real. Who could have guessed? Why'd they actually call it Metroid Dread? Why didn't they just call it something else, like considering the weird legacy that it has? I don't know. Running is faster than everything. I mean, certainly when I was playing Horizon, running was the way that I went about doing everything because, those horses can die. I dislike having your mount get beaten, defeated in battle. Especially considering, that I'm just like trying to go from point A to point B and I care not for immersion. Ah. I hate how long it takes Nintendo to develop for first-party games. I can deal with it. Because, I mean, much rather have that than, like, trying to capture a zeitgeist, hastily putting out something. You know how it is. Just look at the amount of games out there that it's like, oh man, we got to get it for the holiday season. Make sure that it has every single bug possible in it. We're going for a world record here. 5th main in the series, sequel to Fusion. Is it actually like confirmed to be the sequel to Fusion? Because I remember that, yeah, like Fusion was the one that, timeline-wise, I suppose, does come last. Been like 20 years since Fusion came out. AOT? AOT? I don't know. Rolled right into that one. Attack on Titan? It is indeed the sequel to Fusion. Huh. Well, see how that goes. don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to end up playing it. Well, I mean, I don't even have a Switch. I'm probably not going to end up playing it. Fusion is after Super Metroid. Yep. And then I guess Dread is after Fusion. That's interesting. It goes OG Metroid, then Metroid 2, then Super Metroid, Fusion, and now Dread. And I think in between Super Metroid and Fusion, that's when the Prime games take place, if I'm not mistaken. Then Other M, well, I guess that was after Super Metroid, but before Fusion again. If I'm not mistaken. Hard to say if that's even like canon anymore, though, considering the reaction that it received. Prime is a split timeline, is it? I feel like I could still fit it in there. They wanted to. Before they even notice me. Ah. All right. There. Let's go. Anyway, project somebody's doing to turn Metroid into a 2D game. Some S-tier pixel art. I mean, there's been some pretty good, some pretty notably good Metroidvania games out there. Like, you remember the remake of Metroid 2, which, of course, then got, like, taken down by Nintendo because they were doing their own one. Ridiculous. Doesn't surprise me that people got a lot of talent working on that. It already got a stop from Nintendo. Yep, that's Nintendo for you. They are notably bad about fan projects. I gotta protect that IP from, you know, these people. God, didn't even want to put in like a story mode for Mario Maker because for the longest time because, you know, oh, then people aren't gonna buy the Mario games. Yeah. You know, I do quite like the games that Nintendo makes, but man, their business decisions are, you know. I mean, what more do I need? Do I really need to say anything more? I think everybody's only too well aware of the situation with that. Come on. Keep going for that. Okay, it's Johnny Sins. I never played any one of the, Wait, who's Johnny Sins? No, I'm thinking of Johnny Gat, the guy from the one game, Saints Row. I never actually played any one of the Saints Row games. I also don't know who Johnny Sins is then. After this fight, use different weapons. But the point is that it's just like, you know, it's like I want to go for a very basic set of weapons that can be used for pretty much anything. I mean, I guess I can like switch it out to maybe a survival type of build for right now. Only got like 10 more minutes left on the whole like hour type of deal anyway. So we ain't gonna be here for too much longer. A male porn star. Oh, okay. Yeah, not familiar. Nintendo as a company refuses to accept modern sentiments, and they make it a habit of being stuck in the past. Yeah, I know. Oh, man. And then it's just like... I've talked about this before, again, with like Smash, for example. They're despite the fact that, you know, fighting games have been around for literally decades, it's like they're still kind of reinventing the wheel on a lot of the stuff as they're doing it. It's just like, oh, come on, guys. Just, you know... I know that it's like they got some grade A developers under the belt and everything like that, but it's like they can learn some stuff from the rest of the industry. I'm just saying, they don't need to go it all alone. Okay. Come on. Guess can only go with like one there. There we are. I have a love-hate relationship with this game lately. I understand that. After all, it is I've always said that just like this game really prides itself on its extreme hardcore nature. You know how that is. Clever remaking the games with the same style over and over. Yeah, but I mean, it's just like, you know, when you put the amount of attention and care that like Nintendo does with a lot of those games, it works. Oh man, gotta get reused to doing an entire like different thing here. Constantly chasing the glory of past successes. Yeah, but the thing is, it's like they also do a very good job. I mean, think about like Mario, for example, made an extremely good transition to 3D when they decide to do that for platformers, to the point that they're still successfully making games based around how they've been doing that for a while. It's like I'm willing to give them a pass, basically, just because the development of those, just like the developers know what they're doing, you know? Yeah, Sega's cool with fan stuff to stick it in Nintendo. I've always been happy. I don't know. Sega's got like sort of an interesting type of because man, they do not have like I just Sonic in particular I always think of where it's just like I don't know if I would say that they got like grade A developers. I don't want to be mean to Sonic Team or anything, but come on. You know how it is. Yeah, survival weapon's a little bit more difficult, needless to say. Yeah. Come on now. Cheers from Minnesota. Cheers from Wisconsin. As always. It's me. I'm in Wisconsin. Okay. There. Fortunately, yeah, you just can't really get much for like constant attacks on this guy. Guess you can say Sega does what Nintendo don't. I suppose so. I suppose you could say that. I don't know if I would say that, but you could say that. All right. Man, old video game advertisements were pretty wild. I don't even know what I was trying to do there. Yeah, you really just can't use survival weapons, at least in this thing. Get more cultured with your male porn stars? I don't know anything about porn stars. I'm sorry. Look, what can I say here? Give me a different weapon. Sure, Iron Staff. I think I could probably do some fun stuff there. Hey, Sega's still pretty successful. Come on. It's just, you know, I keep thinking of the Sonic franchise, and it's just, you know, there's good stuff occasionally, but there's also like, you know, why can't big companies go back to doing proper 2D? If indie devs can make something like Dead Cells art style, and imagine what Nintendo could do with pixel art. I know that's something that I would really like to see. You know, some real AAA 2D games and everything like that. Sure, indie games do it great, and I do appreciate that an awful lot. But it's like I still think that you know, we could be getting some really big budget stuff here. But no, it's like it's ever since, you know, well, the PlayStation. It's been all about the 3D, baby, and that's it. Even 2D games got to have the 3D. Even 2D games got to have the 3D models in them and everything like that. SNK, I remember, talked about that for the for King of Fighters, where they're just like, look, even if we put a lot of time and effort in making like really good sprites for the games, and they did, that it's just like people really want 3D games. You know, it's just that's really what the market is. That's why they did that for like King of Fighters 14, if I remember that correctly. It's like that was like the last, decent-sized game studio that I remember that was still doing pixel art stuff. That's too bad, really. All that pointillist style, and you can get some really good-looking stuff there. There's a Virtua Fighter 6, never gonna happen. Look, Dead or Alive had Virtua Fighter characters in it. Isn't that good enough? Anyway. No, not to insult Dead or Alive, but you know what I'm saying. Here we are. You shut your mouth. You know it's true, though. You know it's true. Look, I don't like it either, but it is what it is. Keep. Oh boy, there we are. Well, there we are, kind of. Okay, there we go. Oh man, they won't pull a Capcom. Capcom is so weirdly inconsistent. They do so many. I really like Capcom, but they do so many. They're like so weird, where they kind of alternate constantly between doing a lot of really good stuff and then like, you don't even know what the hell they're doing. Such a bizarre company. The only more consistently inconsistent company out there is like Way Forward. Cap God to Crapcom in days. I don't understand it. I still got a lot of respect for the company, but it's just like, man. How does that make you feel? I like it. It's tentacles. Not really a huge fan of tentacles, but I mean, fine. Hey, hi, Pixian. Welcome to us talking about like our opinions on game developers. I don't even know where we got into this here. Well, I guess I'll say this for Capcom. I hope that the Resident Evil 4 remake is good. Resident Evil 8 or Village, I mean, is pretty good. It has a lot of those comparisons, and they have confirmed that they are working on it. So let's see. That is a shining star in the catalog. Would hate to see it get kind of hate to see him wang it, basically. Did you play RE8? I saw a bunch of people play RE8. I did not play myself though. You got one shot. Yeah. Newest Guilty Gear is 2D, but still uses the Unreal Engine. Yeah, they got like super good tech when it comes to ever since like Xrd, they like figured out how to make the 2D fighting look really good, even though they're using like semi 3D. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing it well. Really appreciate that. But of course, it's like I think Arxis does a good job just in general. They are good at what they do, and that's making fighting games. Leon, help! Anyway, I wonder if they're gonna keep that. I don't know. We'll see. I have no idea. Like, they've confirmed they're doing it. They've confirmed they're doing RE4. I don't know. Such a strange series the Resident Evil is. I still quite like it, but again, when we're talking like Capcom to Crapcom, it's like I feel like that series especially gets hit so hard in so many different ways. Oof. Ashley needs to stay the same. Leon, help, ballistics. Yeah. The ears. I don't know, what else do I know about Ashley? Not that much, to be honest. I gotta go like replay that game or something at some point in time. Better not nerf her ballistics. Oh man, what a stupid line. Anyway. I mean, they still are making references to like the lake fight in the fight against, the hell is that guy called? That boss called? I can't remember. In Resident Evil games. The one guy, the fish guy, was like almost a wholesale reference to that in RE8. Of course, there were a lot of things that were wholesale references to RE4 and RE8 because, you know, that they're okay, that's been an hour. It's been an hour. Oh. All right. Oh. Anyway, fishy guy. I'm the best. I love that guy. I can't remember what his name was. What was his name? Monroe. Yeah, there we go. Dirt Rally Poggers. Let's start it up. See if I can't get somewhere. Gonna go actually look at all of it. Or we could do more Cogmind if you want. Noita. No, we're gonna do Cogmind if we're gonna do anything. Let's go. Official licensed product. Oh, let me change all the stuff here. I would like to do Undermine. I should do more Undermine. They got like the big updates and everything. It would definitely be worth checking out again. I mean, let me go use the bathroom here first, but yeah. Noita is fun until you get polyed after 10 hours. Yeah, well, at least they put in a lot of stuff to actually make it a lot more reasonable against polymorph. You know, stuff like the eyeball and, you know, other ways that you can destroy that. But, God, it's still just nightmare. I think I gotta, like, change... Oh, there we go. It's because I didn't have it on... No. But anyway, give me a second. I'm gonna go use the bathroom quick, and then we will continue with Dirt Rally.
Is leading who? Yeah, who is leading you? So who is leading who? Yeah, who is leading you? So who is leading who? Yeah, who is leading you? So who is leading who? Yeah, who is leading you? So who is leading who? Yeah, who is leading you?
First off, let's crank that down a little bit, but then also, all right, let's do this. Oh, man. Oh, God, here comes Dirt Rally again. We're doing it again. That's right, because I gotta beat this game. I don't even know what beating this game is. No, I'm not. I lied. I don't want to go for career. Well, let me tell you, it's just like, okay, championships, beating a championship seems, okay, chat, I want you to answer me. Does beating a championship seem like, you know, the way that you would consider this to be finishing the game? And although I'm not going to do it right now, Jesus Christ, no, we're going to go back to, like, tutorials, please. It's just like, no, I looked at the grind set already. Don't need that. Uninstalling is how you beat this game. No, it's like we need to beat this game in some real way first. And that's going to include, I don't know, like something about a championship? Maybe? Is that it? Would that be it? Get the car across the finish line. I already did that. It's not... Also, let me change like the thing here. Huh? No, I'm looking for like the hell? Video mode? Oh, okay. Yeah. Give me like windowed full screen, please. No. Well, whatever. Yeah, okay, that seems like that's fitting the screen a little bit better now. Anyway. Okay. You beat it by freeing up space on your computer. No, we gotta at least do something here, and I've been putting this off for a while, so let's do it. Basic principles. I already got the mindset. Tell me about weight transfer.
Weight transfer is the core component that most aspects of rally driving revolve around.
I see.
That is the inertia of the car's weight as it changes direction. This
Got
is
it.
the force that makes your body move as the car brakes, accelerates, and turns.
Okay.
Weight transfer affects the amount of mechanical pressure applied by each of the 4 tyres against the road surface.
All right.
When a car speeds up, slows down, or turns, each tyre will experience a difference in that mechanical pressure compared to when the car is stationary.
Yeah, it's resulting in
This
drifting.
results in
Multi-track,
an increase
perhaps.
or decrease of the potential grip available. Braking and accelerating produces longitudinal weight transfer, and turning produces lateral weight transfer.
Sure.
It can also be influenced by other factors, such as the road surface, jumps, and crests. Always try and manage the weight transfer at the moment it's required, whether accelerating, braking, or turning.
How do I do that?
This will maximise the grip potential of each tyre, keeping you flowing in and out of sections throughout a stage. It is important to bear this basic principle in mind as you watch these guides, as almost all these techniques are used to manage weight transfer.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to have to... I mean, that makes sense. I get that. But, like, you know, how do I actually manage weight transfer? I assume it has something to do with... I don't know. Came for the game, stayed for the physics. We're going to watch all of these tutorial things because I don't know what I'm doing. I kind of went into it blind before, as you remember.
3-axis. Roll, pitch, and yaw.
Yaw.
Rally cars are known for performing big slides. Most of the time, these slides are induced by
I like
the
big
driver
slides, and
to
I cannot
achieve
lie.
as higher speed through a corner as possible without sliding off the road.
It's going to go on the assumption that you don't know how to drive in real life. I know how to drive. I don't know how to drive in a rally sense.
You must manage the attitude of the car at all times.
Okay, so just use everything. Use all the mechanics. So far, these things have just told me, use the mechanics in the game, and you'll be successful. And I'm like, yeah, I get it.
In rallying, the racing line means the same as in any other form of motorsport.
Well, I know nothing about other motorsports.
That is, to straighten the track as much as possible through corners. However, unlike some other forms of motorsport where drivers use every
I'm
inch
enjoying
of the
the
track to find
Boards of
perfect
Canada
racing
music
line,
in the background.
Rally drivers have only one shot at each corner, so they often leave a small margin for error. As a rally stage undulates through forests or curves around mountains, it is not always possible to see the racing line. Accurate pace notes are vital so that you know where to place the car on the road, even if the section ahead
Just win,
is not
go.
immediately visible. You should also listen out for obstacles such as gate posts or piles of logs that may cause you to take a slightly different line through a corner.
Oh, no kid
than
for
you
today?
otherwise would.
Oh, that's a good track. I love
When
that
you're
track.
out on stage, make sure you listen to your co-driver. and
This is
position
more
the
like
car appropriately
RGB.
for
It
the
has
road
that sort
ahead.
of like a bassiness to it. But anyway,
Always try and allow a small margin for error.
all right. Tell me about risk
When
and
you hear
reward.
drivers talking about maximum attack,
And
they're
I
talking about
haven't.
when they are pushing as hard as they can to get the most out of the car. This often leads to some of the most spectacular moments in rallying as drivers set stage records or push too far and have an event-ending crash. Knowing when to push and when to be conservative are vital when competing in an event. If you're recovering from a mechanical issue and you're trying to make up time to the rest of the field, it may be a valid strategy to push harder as you have very little to lose. If you're in the top 3 and setting competitive stage times, it may be more sensible to take a conservative approach and avoid any big risks.
Or avoid
In
or
reality,
get the biggest
drivers
risks and
often
then get
take a
the
measured
biggest
approach,
win.
driving at 95% of their full potential.
Curious as to what would happen
Not
if
to
you use
make
this
any big
physics engine
mistakes,
without
but
cars.
still
I
maintaining
mean,
a
that would basically be like
competitive
the
place.
beam.ng, right? Sort of like a physics
In dirt rally,
physics
this measured
showcase
approach
type
is
of
advisable
game
as
in
you
that
get
way.
to grips with your car and how it responds to the stages and the conditions.
I mean, it's like you don't remember doing this several months ago one time? I did. I didn't go through all the basic principles. Don't you remember? I wanted to get into the game because I'm just like, whatever, I'll figure it out. And then it didn't work. All right.
If the front
The
wheels
fuck
of
is
a car lose traction with the road
beam.ng?
surface while attempting
It's like
to
a
steer,
it's like a
the car
physics
enters a state known as understeer.
showcase tech demo-y
Understeer
type
is
of game.
always bad
Crash
and
cars.
never intentionally used in any rally driving technique. In fact,
What
some
is
of
that?
these techniques are used specifically to avoid understeer.
What is understeer?
Understeer occurs if traction has been partially lost. The car will continue to corner, but at less of an angle than the direction of the front wheels. The car will feel like it is pushing forward. In this situation, applying more steering angle often makes the situation worse, as doing so requires even more traction than was initially being asked of the front tyres. If the wheels have entirely lost traction, the car will cease turning and will slide in the direction it was travelling before the wheels locked. This is particularly common while
So
steering
how do
and
I do
braking,
it?
as the traction of the tyre is being used partly to slow the car down and partly to turn.
Okay. So what do I do? How do I avoid
Correct
understeer?
response is to stop any input to the brake and accelerator and reduce the steering angle. This allows the weight of the car to settle and traction to be regained.
Okay, so don't touch anything. Got it.
On loose surfaces such as gravel and snow, there is an increased chance of understeer due to the reduced level of grip. So techniques are often used to induce oversteer to prevent the car from understeering in the first place. Front-wheel drive cars are particularly prone to understeer as all braking, accelerating and turning forces go through the front tyres. Understeer can occur while accelerating if the combined forces of accelerating and steering overcome the traction available. A similar loss of traction can occur due to braking and steering. Rear-wheel drive cars are least
What do you
prone to
mean? They
understeer,
forced me to do all the
as front
tutorials
tyres
in
are only
Horizon.
used to
It's not
brake
the same at
and
all.
turn. In fact, their characteristics
I knew what I
are
was doing
more
in that
prone to
game. I was just
oversteer.
very bad at it.
Four-wheel drive cars tend to exhibit the characteristics of front-wheel drive cars.
This I
under
just had no
braking
idea
on
what I was
corner
doing with.
entry, and rear-wheel drive cars under acceleration on corner exit. Rally teams work hard to reduce these characteristics and give a more balanced setup.
The VODs prove
Remember,
otherwise? No,
understeer
they
is
don't.
always bad. When rally driving,
What do you mean the
make sure you try and
VODs?
avoid it at all costs.
It was all post-commentary. Okay, well, avoid understeer. Got it. Now, what is oversteer?
If the rear wheels of a car lose traction with the road surface while attempting to
Like,
steer,
what
the car enters a
tutorials did I
state known
skip
as
in
oversteer.
Horizon?
This is when the angle of the car exceeds that of the steering input and the rear of the car steps out of line with the front.
It's the opposite of understeer. I see.
Unlike understeer, oversteer is often used as a technique to increase the speed at which corners can be taken. By proactively eliminating understeer, a higher exit speed can be achieved.
Okay, I guess I can
How
see.
understeer is induced and controlled depends on the type of drivetrain in the car. By definition, front-wheel drive cars do not have any drive to the rear wheels. Therefore, oversteer cannot be induced by applying the throttle, but can be induced by using weight transfer.
Oh. And if the weight transfer basically just,
Once a front-wheel drive car
you know,
enters oversteer,
steering
the
hard
attitude of the
enough.
car can be controlled by steering with opposite lock, accelerating, decelerating, or braking. Applying
he actually
opposite
got
lock
annoyed
while
at
accelerating will
us
effectively
telling him to watch
speed
the
up the front of
tutorials.
the car
No, I
and bring
didn't.
The rear of the car back in line. If more oversteer is required, for example if the corner is tighter than expected, decelerating or braking will increase the amount of oversteer by maintaining the weight over the front wheels and therefore reducing
This
the
is
grip
going to be on the
rear.
test, everybody, so I hope you're paying attention.
As the rear wheels of a four-wheel drive vehicle are powered, you can also induce and maintain oversteer by using the throttle to spin the wheels.
It is going to be 100% essay
Depending
questions,
on the ratio of power delivery between front and rear wheels, the car may have a
and it will
tendency to
count for
oversteer
75% of your
more or
grade.
less on corner exit. If the ratio
Also, the
is
test
biased
is
towards the
in
front,
an hour.
Under acceleration, the car may pull itself out of oversteer. However, if the ratio is biased toward the rear,
I
applying
beef-brained
power may
no
increase
games.
oversteer
What are you
by
talking
spinning
about?
The rear wheels. Subtle control of the steering, throttle and brake is used to initiate, maintain and exit oversteer, and the same weight shifting techniques apply to four-wheel drive as for front-wheel drive cars.
Got it.
Unlike front and forward
In an
drive
hour?
cars,
Yep, that's right, an
rear-wheel
hour.
drive cars require the opposite technique with regard
Are you
to
marking the
throttle
papers?
control
I
during
am.
Oversteer. Oversteer can be induced and maintained by weight transfer, but also by applying power to break the traction of the rear wheels. Once oversteer has been initiated, continuing to apply power will maintain the slide. In order to
You beef
limit
brain
the correct
everything.
oversteer,
Whatever.
throttle input must be reduced. Lift-off oversteer occurs when
I should
during
just play
cornering, you
Hypnospace
lift off
Outlaw
the
at some
throttle.
point in time, shouldn't I? So people at least understand what I'm referencing.
Because the car is slowed by engine braking, there will be a certain amount of longitudinal weight transfer, which will unload the rear tyres, causing them to partially lose traction with the road. In a front-wheel drive car, this weight transfer alone is enough to induce oversteer, because the front of the car is usually heavier than the rear. In four-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive cars, although the difference in the static weight between the front and rear may not be as great as a front-wheel drive car, the effect is amplified by engine braking also acting on the rear wheels as they are unloaded by the weight transferring forward.
Is this going on YouTube? This is riveting tutorial
Key thing to
action.
remember
Oh,
is
of
that
course.
oversteer is used as a technique to increase the speed at which
Like,
corners
why
can be
wouldn't this
taken.
go on YouTube? This is content, baby. Got it. Okay, oversteer. Tell me about braking and oh man. God, we're gonna be here for a while, aren't we? All right.
You may be tempted to try and avoid using the brakes as much as possible, but there are two separate and equally important uses for the brakes in a rally car.
Yeah, I just watched
This
oversteering.
is to slow down to a speed at which the car can take the next corner.
Is this Dead
without
Cells too?
crashing.
Oh my fucking god, do we really need to watch
Less
all of this?
obvious reason
Well, do you
is that-
okay? Hey. Do I hear that what you want to do? No, I don't want to quit the game. I want to go back. How do I go back? No, cancel. You want to see what it's like if we don't watch this? No, okay, quit is just quit. I don't know how to go backwards. Does it count as winning the game if you watch all the tutorials? I don't know. Who suggested this game in the first place? Does that count? Backspace? Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. I guess that makes sense. Didn't understeer. Oh, you're not supposed to understeer, didn't you? You don't pay any attention to the tutorial. Start the tutorials all over again? I'll do it. I will do it. Do you want me to do that? I'll do it out of spite. Just play the credits? No. Discard that event. I don't know what else it is. All right. Sounds good. Just give me whatever the most basic car is. I don't care. Oh, that's a lot of heavy gravel. Will you listen to me if I claim I made you play this? No, you definitely didn't. I know that's true. Okay, so we're gonna do this without knowing anything of. So, by the way, do you even know what any of these like things mean? You know what like a heavy gravel or anything means? Because I don't. I didn't watch the tutorial because we got to do this now. Yeah, I don't know anything about gravel. We're gonna know about gravel now.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I don't know how to go. That's reverse.
Go back the other way.
I don't know how to go the right way. Wait. Okay, so A is accelerate. It's stick? What is stick?
60. Left 3, 60.
I don't know how to steer. We didn't cover that in the tutorial. Yeah, I don't know how to steer at all.
6 into hairpin right.
Ah. We covered how to over and understeer, but not how to steer. Hey, there's the back thing. There's first person view. There's in-car view. Nope. Well, here, let me go see the options real quick. What do we have for like actual controls? Steer left is comma and full stop. Okay, there we are. A and Z. All right.
Into left 3 long 100.
Where am I supposed to go? Shh.
Right 6 continues for 100.
Yeah, okay, there we are. What are those controls? It's Dirt Rally, baby.
Over crest. Right 6, don't cut.
Okay.
Into left 5 continues for 150.
Can't you set them? I don't know, probably, but like, what would it even mean to set them?
Into turn hairpin right 80.
Oh, I'm understeering. Uh-oh. Ah,
Right
that's
5,
how you drive in real life?
30
With the
over bump.
keyboard? No.
Caution left 6, half long, small jump.
Okay.
Into right 6 long.
The split is absolutely terrible
Left
right
3,
now, though.
don't cut,
Yeah,
continues
there we
for
go.
130.
There goes another penalty here. Well, I'm pretty sure you were full on oversteering on a straight road. I don't know anything about what I'm doing right now. I'm going to make that clear.
Right 3 tight.
Same.
4
Oh,
over
okay.
jump, don't cut.
Oh.
Jump into right 4 long, times 360.
Now do you want to go back to the tutorials? You want to go back to the tutorials now, chat? Like, yeah? This is what you want? Or is this what you want?
Left
Do you even
4,
know what's
jump,
happening? We didn't even learn how to steer, much less how to, like, do anything
Right
else.
5 long, 100 down, braking, hairpin left.
Yeah, it's like, you following this? Or do you want to go back to the tutorials now? You horrible Uber driver. This is not... Since when is this how you drive?
Care left 6, into big jump and jump.
Why are the
Immediately
default
right.
buttons all over the place? I don't know. Probably because you're supposed to be using an actual, like, you know, wheel, like, car controller for cars and not, like,
Left
the
6.
mouse and keyboard.
Into right 6 long, 80 over crest. Left 6.
Look at how
braking,
terrible I'm
60
doing.
down, acute left.
So how about practicing Mama Tick fight? Nope. Well, you told that we wanted to do this, and then you told me that you didn't want to go watch the tutorials. Why didn't you want to watch the tutorials, chat? We could have just watched the tutorials, but no, we have to go into this now. Ah! Nah, it's gone. Now then.
Hairpin right around tree 60.
Yeah, just let me watch the tutorials. Come on. We didn't even find out about the gravel. The gravel's probably screwing me up here a lot or something. I don't know.
6 half long over bump.
Not the part where I didn't know
down,
what the controls
hairpin
actually
left.
were. Where you're supposed to use comma and full stop to actually control your
Into
car.
Caution left 4 and down into hairpin right.
Euro Truck would be a lot more playable, I'm going to be honest here, because there's too many mechanics
six.
here for me to understand. At least as of right
3
now.
half long.
Especially because I can't actually watch the tutorials, chat.
60 keep right over crest.
Now then.
Caution left 4 don't cut. Right 5 don't cut.
Okay.
Left 4 long 80 over crest.
Oh, left for a long 80 on crest. That's going to be a rough one. Just get a damn controller. Good, what? I'm going to go buy a controller specifically for this game? No, not that. How do I reverse? I don't know. I think I'm stuck. Didn't I do Pathologic? It's not on YouTube. It totally is on YouTube. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, here we go.
It's back that way.
Okay, there we go. No, man.
Into right 6 times to 5, 40. Right 6 into left 5.
All right, well, that's not going anywhere yet again. Use your Dead Cells controller? That's a PS4 controller. How would that help any more with this?
Left 5 over bad bump, don't cut.
Also, it's just like you want to watch me do that again? To do the whole thing where it's like I couldn't figure out what I was doing again?
And right 4.
You don't have a full run? No, I don't have a full run on the channel. I haven't done a full run yet.
Into left 5. Left 6, 60. Keep left over crest.
Okay. You have to finish the stage. I want to see your final time in last place. Okay.
Keep right over crest.
It's been
Into
like
left
10
5,
minutes
cut.
now, but I guess we're going to go for it.
Right 6.
God, I have
Turn
no
keep
idea
back
what I'm
to
doing.
receptive.
And I couldn't even watch the tutorials. Shit, I'll watch the tutorials. Okay, good. But first off, we do have to finish this, of course. Yep.
Water temp is
Okay.
right 6. Into right
Which is
5,
why I'm going to
keep
suggest that when
150,
points open back up.
jump.
When points open back up, I'm probably going to start to like be a little bit more picky and
Left 5,
choosy about the
continue
games
to
I got here.
100, over bump.
Couldn't you just retire? Probably.
Right 6, bump dip.
I don't know how, though.
Caution slowing. Into right 5. Into hairpin right.
Right? What is that progress bar on the left? Is that what that is? Only halfway done? Are you sure? I don't know what that means. I couldn't watch the tutorials, chat.
560, keep right over crest.
Now then.
Left 6, dip.
Pause and select retire. No. Okay, fine. There we are. Ah. No, cancel that. God, the thing is, it doesn't like continue. Okay, I was gonna say because it's like it doesn't say how to get out of this screen. It just says continue or restart. Oh. Anyway, back to the tutorials now. How long do you have to play this for until I finish it?
Using the brakes as much as possible, but there are two separate and equally important uses for the brakes in a rally car.
By the way, are they going to tell me what the brakes are control-wise? No.
The car can take the next corner without crashing. The second, less obvious reason is to manage weight transfer before, during, or even after cornering. Applying the brakes
You
transfers
quitter?
all the weight
We
of the
could.
car
We
over
were
the
going to
front
be
wheels,
so
pressing the
long
tyres
in
against the
that
road,
race.
giving them increased grip. The trade-off is that the rear tyres have less of the car's weight applied to them, resulting in less grip. Slowing the car down should only be done while the car is moving in a straight line. All four wheels don't
see.
need to be pointing forward, but the direction
These
of
aren't the
travel should be
control
straight.
tutorials. All right. Okay. Backspace. F2 for the quick select menu screen? No. Oh, here we go. Okay. Basic principles? No, ain't no controls in here. Turning? I don't know. Road characteristics? Look, where would the basic controls for somebody who has never played a game like this be? Okay, there we go. Does anybody know? Would it be in profile? Game preferences, perhaps? No, it's... I don't know. Options and extras. Okay. Now it just gives you like a literal just list of all the controls. The handbrake is space. Brake reverse is Z. Accelerate A. Yeah, steer left, steer right. Okay. Seat adjustment? Headlights? Push to talk? Huh. Yeah, the game doesn't tell you your controls. Great. Or things like, how do I actually... What is a clutch? I don't know what a clutch is. It doesn't tell me. But it tells me that the clutch is L. Like, how do I use a clutch? I mean, I press L. That's what I do. I guess they're not going to tell me, though, what that is. You don't know what a clutch is? Not in this context. Clutch is the stick. I've never used a manual before. Anyway, back to tutorials.
You may be tempted to try and avoid using the brakes as much as possible, but there are two
For a stick shift. Yeah, no, I got that.
important
But like,
uses for the brakes in a rally car.
yeah.
The most obvious use is to slow down to a speed at which the car can take the next corner without crashing. The second, less obvious reason is to manage weight transfer before.
He's only used audios. I have.
After cornering.
You have to hold in the clutch to switch gears. When do I switch gears in this game? How do I switch gears? What does gear switching mean or do?
The trade-off is that the rear tyres have less of the car's weight applied to them, resulting in less grip. Slowing the car down should only be done while the car is moving in a straight line. All four wheels don't need to be
Just
pointing
wing
forward.
it. Do you want me to go back and do another race again? I'm listening. I just got here. I don't see shit. Fair enough. Make the uninstall bar. Look, I don't even know like what beating this game. Why not? Oh, well, okay. Guess we're doing this again, everybody. Or not the race net league. No. Give me another custom event and a rally. All right, let's go again, everybody. Just get a controller. I don't have a controller for this. These tutorials aren't helping you control the car. I know. They're very bad in terms of... They're telling me advanced techniques, but they're not telling me how to actually play the game. Fine, give me an R4. I don't even know what that is, but sure. Once again, I don't know what any of this means. All right, you ready? Once again, lower gears equals more power, torque. Higher gears equals less power, but more top end speed. I don't... That means nothing to me. None of that means anything to me. All right, let's do it again.
5.
Do you not know how to drive? I don't know how to drive a race car.
Go.
You know how I know how to drive? I know how to drive like cargo burr, and then it's stop at stop sign. And stay at fucking stay at the speed limit. It said go.
60. Left 3, 60. Left 6. Into
I've never used a manual. They drive the same. Oh yeah, when I get into my car, I always press, you know, A to accelerate, and then use my full stop and comma.
Right 6 continues for 100. Keep left over crest.
And I have to, like, you know, go on heavy gravel roads and figure out how to not roll over my car every single time. Because I always drive on the roads that are not paved. Shift up a gear when the red I don't know how to do that. How do you shift gears?
Into turn hairpin right, 80.
Now, do you want to go back to watching tutorials or something? I don't even know, actually.
Right 5, continues for 130 over bumps.
All right, cool. Going too fast, I'd slow down more. Yeah, all right.
Caution left 6, half long, small jump.
So, Chad, how's it going? You having a good time there in the back seat, I assume? This game's not meant for keyboard. No, clearly not, but
Into
I mean, that's how I'm playing it. Terribly. Fair enough, fair enough. Probably the fear of death because I'm driving a car right now. I understand. This is how you get isekai'd is the whole thing. Like, there are so many people on the sides here that don't even know that they're about to enter an entire world of magic and wonder because I killed them in this world.
right 4, jump.
Hey, guy in the second seat, how you doing? Haven't really said too much
Right
as of
3
just yet.
tight.
I know. It's just
Left 4 over jump, don't cut.
car is meant to be on road, not in the wild. Exactly. That's why we have them. You know, roads were originally developed as something for military usage, but they were so useful that, you know, they just put them everywhere. And here it's just like we're doing the godless thing of not even being on a proper road. We're on a dirt road with like 50% heavy gravel. I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't know if this is how God would. I don't think God would appreciate this. I think God would actually hate this sort of the way to play the video game. God probably likes fast cars. If I was gonna like, guess anything. Do you think that God would be more appreciative of people taking more risks because then God would be able to see you sooner? No, definitely not. God loves all of his children. Of course. Would not want them to be in any danger. That would be ridiculous. Heavy Gravel, is it the sequel to Heavy Rain? Oh, man. Could you...
Tail left 6, into big jump, and jump.
Do you...
Medium cute right.
Are there any, like, racing games that have, like, a heavy story component to them? Like, you know, where you have to forge alliances and try to... And try to, like, you know, like God will remember that if I'm talking shit about him. And then when I get to, like, a disc 3, then it's like God's gonna decide if I'm going to win this race or not.
Left 6.
Need for Speed? Yeah, I did not realize that Need for Speed had that sort of depth to it. Need for Speed Underground, that's the only one. Oh, that's too bad in some ways. Because, like, you know, the racing, of course, has, like, a lot of ups and downs, literally. The puns. But also, you know, just in general, like, there's drama there. I mean, of course, like, any sort of sport is going to have a lot of drama in it. That's just kind of like how it goes. It's always it's always something where it's like, you try and... even if you are a consummate professional, people are still going to, like, forge rivalries in their mind, you know, the old parasocial relationship type of thing. Telltale's NASCAR. Exactly. That's what we could have got. We could have, like, that and, like, wrestling, of course, I think would have been the perfect games for one of those. But I mean, like, hey, the devs making the Life is Strange series, I know a lot more quirky and off-kilter than you would normally expect out of a lot of the games of that, than you would expect for a racing game, but I think you can make that work. Also, yeah, this game would be a lot better if we got power-ups. Let's be honest here. I think that's easily the best thing. Like, where's my banana peels that I can put in the road? Like, come on. Yes, of course, like Mario Kart. How many racing games do you think I know of? we could compare it to Wave Racer if you want to do that. Is this a suggested game? Of course it is.
Caution left 4, don't cut.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be able to be cautious of that left
Don't
left
cut.
forward type of thing. Wave Racer 64. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I played, of course, because I had an N64. I didn't actually own that game. I rented it a lot because, you know, it's cool. Like, it was cool, right? Oh, yeah, Sonic Rider games were... Oh, yeah, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the Sonic Rider games do actually have a plot to them. That is true. Where they introduced, like, the bird characters, and that was where they also confirmed that Eggman, the way he makes money is by basically providing security robots for the entire world. It's just he does it in secret because you couldn't actually have like a supervillain who tried to destroy the moon at one point in time, being the public face of your company. That was fun. One of those weird like little bits of verisimilitude in the Sonic series. I don't know how to change gears, people. We gotta hustle somehow. And I mean, like, here's the thing. Eggman, it's like the man can create an entire circus in the course of a day with his robotic army. It's like, of course he can. He can easily be the richest man in the entire world, but that's not what he wants. He wants to be the ruler of the world. It's like he's somebody that is not using his genius for good. He is using his genius for domination. And I can appreciate that in some ways.
And left 660, keep left over crest.
It's like there's nothing that would stop him from, basically just getting an economic victory in the world if he wanted to. But it's like, no, that just funds his world domination schemes.
Left 5, don't cut. 80.
which I like a lot. I like I said, that verisimilitude. Jeff Bezos is basically Eggman. He's not that egg-shaped.
Right 6. Into turn acute left, deceptive.
At least as far as I can tell. But yeah, Sonic Riders. I think that was actually Sonic Riders 0G. That's where that sort of... His head's pretty egg-shaped. Now, I'm not going to insult Jeff Bezos at all, considering that we are currently on a platform owned by him and presumably can be shut down at any point in time by him. So, yes.
Into right 5, continues for 150, over jump.
Stay in the 30 to 40 miles per hour range. I can try. Well, I'm getting a little bit scared here. Hey, how you doing in the back seat, guys?
Over bump.
Hopefully I'm not going to spill, like, your... I got you those sippy cups. And of course, the Baja Blast inside of them. They're not getting spilled, are they?
Caution slowing, into right 5, into hairpin right.
Yeah. Nice and comfy? Good, good. Should I turn up the AC or anything? It's getting hot back there. Because like I did... Oh, also we're going to go to McDonald's. Do you want anything?
60, keep right over crest.
I'm just going to get the... I'm going to get the 2 cheeseburger meal as usual and a Coke. About halfway through the race, so this is fine. Okay, great, great. Give me a McGangbang. Is that one of those sandwiches that's like 2 sandwiches in the middle of another sandwich? Like a fish fillet or something? Hash browns and nuts. Wait, do they have hash browns at McDonald's? Jeez. I'll take a chicken sandwich. Oh, they got a ton of chicken sandwiches now, you know. You can't just get the McChicken. There's also the spicy McChicken. There's like the 4 A, B, and C. Frankly, I would recommend the deluxe one if I was going to get any one of them. That was the one that I would always get at work. McHash are good. I've never had that before. A Pepsi Max Cherry? They don't have Pepsi at McDonald's. They have Coke. They do Coke products. It's a McDouble and a McChicken put together. Ah,
Into left
jeez.
4.
That's obscene. That is obscene, by the way. AC is fine? Good, good, good.
Right 3 times to 260.
I think it's a little bit hot. I think I'm going to turn it down just a little bit for me, but you know. I want to make sure that it's nice and comfy for you guys. KFC spikes. I mean, here's the thing. A spicy chicken sandwich. That's usually a very safe bet when it comes to going to any fast food restaurant. Whatever it is, they're probably going to have a good spicy chicken sandwich. Get that with just like some fries and whatever dipping sauce that you're feeling like, and you're probably gonna be doing okay. That's the way I see it.
Left.
But yeah, I'll get like two large fries. They don't do the supersize anymore, do they? They haven't done like the supersized fries for a while or anything like that. But yeah, so I'll get like 2 large, and then you guys can split it. That okay? And a Coke Zero Vanilla. Okay, got it. I say Chick-fil-A for the first time in 6 months, and my, that was salty. I might actually go and get Chick-fil-A after this. I'm kind of feeling it right now. Go get well, the number 2 deluxe. That's a spicy chicken sandwich. Cause I'm telling you, get like the waffle fries, get like Chick-fil-A sauce. Yeah, that sounds like some good stuff. Hey, am I going straight here? Whatever. KFC is worth more than both Chick and MC. Well, I mean McDonald's. You know. I like Chick-fil-A though. I haven't been to KFC in a while though. Usually, what I would get there is the wrap. Wrap, I think, is also a pretty safe bet if they don't have traditional sandwiches. Usually, what I say. Where'd your red and white colors go? What do you mean? They're still there on the left side.
Into square right.
Used to get full-ass bags of wedges for free. Oh, hell yes. Those are I love the wedges at KFC. Those are great. I mean, it's just, yeah. Again, it's just, it's spiced potatoes. Well, you know, you get those, get like the ranch dipping sauce because I dip everything in ranch. I am a wreck of a man that eats everything with ranch sauce. And it's like, that's good. They're gone now. Yeah. I know how it feels. I mean, it's just like basically my options for fast food are based on wherever I work. Where it's just like, okay, what's the closest thing here? Because and it was McDonald's, basically. For the most part. And then there's always like there's always a McDonald's, there's always like a Starbucks somewhere nearby. But then like anything else. You need a car wash on this trip? I don't know where you're seeing a car wash, but it's just like, I'm not going to pull over for that. We're in a race. We're racing right now, kids. Come on. But yeah, I used to work at a, like long ago. I'm talking like 10 plus years ago. Used to work at a Target that was very close to a KFC. So that was basically my my usual go-to for a while. That and a Taco Bell. That's basically where I got the Taco Bell, like everything I know about Taco Bell was the time that it's like, yeah, anytime I would go to work, I would pass right by them. And then additionally, after that job that I had where I was working overnight was right next to a Taco Bell. So I would just go like grab a big soda, grab like, you know, 5-pack of the Doritos Locos Tacos. Get it with shredded chicken instead of beef because you know, I don't really like ground beef. And it's just like, yeah, that would like last me the night. Because, you know, if you're working overnight, you don't get like lunch breaks in the traditional way because they lock the doors. Because, you know, people aren't supposed to be coming in at midnight. That sort of thing. Yeah, that whole deal. I have a milk allergy, which makes me more picky over what fast food I get. Oh, yeah. Last job I had, I'd also be like next to a pizza place. So it's like I would be able to get pizza if I felt like it. And I did usually. Get like a full-ass pizza and eat that. But it's like, yeah, if you got like lactose intolerance, you wouldn't be able to. It's not quite the same thing. Those Doritos tacos are nasty? What are you talking about? Those are the best. Those are the thing to get at Taco. Well, the thing to get at Taco Bell was the 7-layer burrito, but they don't have that anymore. It's like, let's be honest. It's
Into right one over crest.
It's the best thing that you can get on. I don't know. I like it. 30-40 range. Okay. Fine. Look at the backseat driving here. I'm going. Dirt put by a grandpa. Hey, I haven't crashed yet. More than you little whippersnappers can say about how you drive cars. Jimmy, I saw that your parents told me how you totaled the car the other day. You know those things don't grow on trees now, and insurance is expensive. tell you that right now for free. Anyway. Lecturing me about how to drive my car. I've been driving since the 50s, you damn kids. Name the car, it's Lucy.
Into right 6.
Lucy Diamonds. That's exactly what... We got 29 viewers. How big is this backseat? Okay, I'm going to be honest. This is like a clown car style. Y'all are packed in there like you're doing one of those old school like college challenges where you try to fit as many people as possible into a phone booth. Because, you know, again, I'm like 90 years old. I got Shotgun? No, Shotgun is the guy who's telling me how to do all the directions. His name is Craig.
80,
Craig
left 6 through dip 80.
Zimmerman. We like to call him the Merman. You know. Yeah, one of you are sitting on my lap. When we pull up to McDonald's, they're gonna be like, "Oh, what a cute kid," and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, we can't fit him anywhere else." I'm not gonna put him in the trunk, you know. Also, Jesus Christ, your car is the dirtiest thing I've ever seen. It's like you're literally driving a ball of dirt that has wheels. I'm like, hey, we did it, everybody. We made it to the end. Jesus Christ. 17 minutes. I feel pretty, you know, I feel like that went pretty well. We did it, Reddit. I'm killing this stream.